gonna be funnier.
Yo.
So we were talking to absolutely nobody.
Yo, we listen. I'm gonna say this. We've just been talking for like 20 minutes, and I forgot to hit record. What the
And we're live.
we're officially live.
We're actually live now to episode 18 of Bridging the Gap. We just fucking did this.
We did it. Something. Oh man!
But at least we didn't go into our topics. We didn't go too much into our shit. But we did talk about a lot. Jeez.
We did. Holy shit!
Oh man, it was so natural and fluid too. People would have loved what we said.
You know what the problem is now? Like, because we're gonna have to try to say what we said, and obviously now it seems like a performance.
Yeah,
because we're gonna
just re-say what we already said.
Damn, dog. Fuck. Anyways, before we get into it, dog, follow Bridging the Gap. Listen, we need you to follow this. We need you guys to reshare.
He just did this. It's not coming out the same.
It's not coming out. It's not.
No.
Listen, it's not gonna come out the same. Fuck. I hate this.
Fuck. This is your guys' fault.
It is. It's me. It was my fault, guys. I'm gonna take 100% of this. But regardless, we do need you guys to follow Bridging the Gap Official on Instagram. Click on the link tree. Go to YouTube. Go to TikTok. But Doug, we need you guys to start doing us a solid. Reshare it. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Yo, you see somebody you don't like in the street, you'll go tell them to go listen. You know, just as a if you don't like the show and you're like fuck you, let's tell somebody something bad to watch. I don't care. Just reshare this shit. Tell your friends. Tell everybody.
Please.
Yo,
do it.
Damn, dog, we had such a good flow.
We had such a good flow.
Good flow. We kind of talked about we were supposed to have a guest on, today, and unfortunately, our guest had a lot of high demands, and
our guest asked for is a prima donna.
Yeah. She wants the topics at least 1 week in advance.
Yeah. So
that she can come up with things to say and shit.
We have to fly her out. We have to get her somewhere to stay at. She's very, 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 very
high maintenance.
High maintenance.
Yo,
that's what it is.
And you should have seen her. What is that called when they got like a request that they want and what they have in their dressing room? When artists do it. Damn. I forgot. There's when anytime the artist has like a list of demands in the contract, it's called something, but I forgot. Their writer. Yo, her writer was like, yo, I want bottled water flown in from friends. Talking about
I want at least 3 to 4 meals a day, and I'll let you know in advance in the morning how many I want, how I'm feeling that day. Like, just like I've never seen it before,
dude. I mean, we are a broke podcast, and this particular guest was asking for a lot. I know she's coming from a couple of 100 miles away, but she's like, yo, I want room and board, I want 3 square meals. We want you to.
I want my mini fridge filled with snacks.
Correct.
Like a lot. It was just a lot. I want a driver. I want a personal driver.
Yep.
For my whole stay. It got crazy. It got crazy.
I want a party.
It's like how much do you think we make as a conglomerate, as a unit in the partnership? Yeah. What do you think this brings in? This is all out of pocket.
Right now, we have no money.
Nice. That was a nice use of that.
Yeah, right. So and then this guest was getting super expensive. So we're like, yo, hold up, let's wait till we make a lot more money, and then we can bring this guest on.
Absolutely.
You know who you are if you're watching this. Yeah. You know who you are. We
look forward to having you when we can afford you at some day.
Correct.
At some point.
One point, we're gonna send you the topics in advance, and we're gonna meet all your demands, and hopefully we'll have you on. But dude, 18th episode. The
18th episode of Bridging the Gap. Let's go.
We need to find a guest for episode 20. Yo, we need to make it big.
I guess.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, man, we need to find a guest, preferably somebody in-house. But like I said, we have the technology, guys. If you guys want to be part of the show, if you guys want to come and talk shit with us for an hour or two, yo, you don't even have to leave the comfort of your room, of your house. We have everything where we'll make you look good on camera. And
absolutely.
And you'll make your debut on our show. So, you know, but you know, let's get to it, man. You know,
damn, I was like, do we say the same things we just said before?
I think so. I think
right.
we want to hear he has a Uber Eats story, and I know you guys love the stories that he brings to from Uber Eats. So, you know, so tell us what your Uber Eats story was, man.
You know, this would have been great if we were recording the first time.
I know, man. What the fuck?
I can't get rid of it. All right, so the Uber Eats story.
Yeah.
So this is a Uber Eats story about me doing Uber Eats, but it wasn't me. But it was me.
But it was you.
But it was me.
What?
But it wasn't.
Huh?
And here we go.
All right.
And here we go.
Here we go.
So wifey and I were outside, and we decided to go into our extracurricular activities. By extracurricular activities, I mean we were getting blazed. I found a PC way to say that. We were getting blazed. I was getting super blazed with my wife.
They were walking and baking.
Yep. And walking and baking, waking and baking.
Yeah, that's it.
But it was at night. It was last night, and it was crazy. A lot of rain last night, a lot of wind.
Yeah.
And this Uber Eats guy approaches us, and he's like, "Hey, do you guys know where I could find apartment 505?" And we're like, we're just trying to help him. And as we were trying to help him, his paper bag was getting wet, and it just completely obliterated from the bottom, and everything fell out, and the whole food was destroyed. Yeah, man. And I felt so bad for the dude. I brought 2 bags out to help him out. I told him, and he was a Spanish speaking dude, so I started talking to him in Spanish, and I told him, "Hey man, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. I'll help you out, and I'll walk you through to what you got to do.
Yeah.
You just got to call Uber support and take a picture of everything that fell. Like leave it as it is and take a picture of it, and then we'll solve the thing as we go."
Yeah.
So I started helping him and everything, and I was walking him through it, and as I was walking him through, Uber chat support said his name, and when I read his name was Jesus as well.
Oof.
It was Jesus.
Mind fucked,
universe shit. And like, bro, just the conversation me and wifey were having before that, and then that leading up to that, and me helping him out, and it was just funny because just the synchronicities and like, what are the chances of that happening?
Jesus sends you a message with Jesus.
I don't know what that was, bro. Like,
it's kindness.
Yeah, man. And I was just helping him out. And that's the least you could do, especially how much it was raining. Like, poor guy, bro. He fucked up his order, and he was out in the fucking pouring rain.
And no tip after that.
Yeah, bro. No tip. No, yeah. No D like you.
Oh, whoa. We haven't talked about that yet.
Oh, fuck, because we weren't recording?
We weren't recording.
Oh.
Yeah. So maybe we should talk about that.
Yeah, so and then to make the story even funnier, I tried to call Uber chat support, right?
Wow.
Because I was like, let me corroborate this guy's story. Let me help him. Let me help them. Let me help him, help them, help him. You know, so I called Uber chat support, and then the funniest thing, like, the Uber chat support was an Indian guy. So I was like, and I do Uber Eats myself. So, and I was baked. So,
and your name is Jesus.
And my name is Jesus. So the whole story sounded like I was trying to call in for a delivery that I fucked up. And that's what it sounded like to the Uber chat support. And that wasn't the case. And I was just trying to be like such a good person and so helpful, but it just there was no way to do that because he had the same name as me.
Yeah.
So that's my Uber Eats story, man. And it sucked. It sucked that like the thing happened to the poor guy, but damn, dude. But what are the chances of his fucking name being the same as mine?
Right.
It was fucking crazy. And he does the same shit.
Damn.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Damn, man. Well,
Shout out to the guy.
Shout out to
hope
Jesus.
Hope you're okay, brother.
Shout out to Jesus. Hopefully Jesus is doing well. Not this Jesus. This Jesus is not doing well.
No, I'm doing perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah? So how was the week, man?
The week was good, bro. The week was good. How was your week, first of all?
My week was chilling, man. I've been working from home for the last few weeks and haven't had to go to the office. So I've been chilling, man. I've been having a great time. I'm just going to fucking say the story the same way I said it before, okay? So fuck you, okay? Just go with it, bitch. Okay? Man, so it's great, yo. I wake up, 5 minutes before I have to get into work, and I just go right into it, man. I don't have to worry about, I go brush my teeth and basically turn on the computer to sign in and go. My wife be like, "Yo, don't you have to see people?" I'm like, "Fuck that. I don't need people. Yo. I'm an introvert by heart. I'm an extrovert by performance." That's kind of what I say. Because she's like, "Yo, when we go outside, you're the life of the party." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a performance." I go and I know, one of us has to do, because she's an introvert as well. And I'm an introvert, and I'm like, obviously I'm more of an introvert than her, but I'm like, fuck that. But when I'm outside, I put on a good show. I'm the life of the party. I'm the life of the conversation. I'm talking to everybody. I'm having a conversation with everybody, but I don't have to leave this house, yo. I got all my toys here. Why do I have to leave? Everything's here. Everything's here, I got a big ass TV, got my computers, got games, got porn. What?
Got lube.
Yeah.
Got a dildo.
Whoa. Are you kind of
no? That's
manifesting that to me?
I saw it in one of your your compartments.
Manifesting that to me, like what you have in your house is your business. Just because your girl pegs you doesn't mean I get pegged.
No, you always make the pegging jokes. I thought that was a projection from you. I saw the dildo that you have here.
Yeah.
In the shape of a tequeño.
It might be your sister's.
Whoa! All right. Anyways, you see, you do the spins. And I'm going to find a way to spin back. I'm going to find a way to spin back.
Do it, dog.
I'm going to find a way to spin back. Damn, dude.
That was a good one.
Shit. And I want to say, damn, I had this whole anti-political speech. It was so great, too. It came off naturally.
He was so impressive about it, dog. Listen, my bad. I'm gonna take this L here, and this is my fault.
No. I can't let you do that. I have the screen right here. When it doesn't say stop recording, that means we're not recording. I should have realized
and at the bottom it would have the little red.
Yeah, we should have both noticed. I'm not gonna let you take that, fully.
Yeah, but it's on me. I'm the one who is in charge of the recording production, and so I'll take the L.
Oh, yes, that's I remember what I said. Oh, that I wanted to do something responsible, and I want to grow this thing with a strong foundation, not leaning towards one another, but being fully entertainment, a full release away from actual life for people. So I realized that's what this has to be. And my message here is that, I don't care what side politically you're on. I feel like as human beings, we should all spread love, compassion, and positivity to each other, and understand each other's flaws and faults, and just treat our neighbors at least how we would would want somebody to treat ourselves. And that's the ultimate goal as a civilization, for us to just advance, to a higher frequency than the one we're currently on. That's my message. I don't care I don't care what your line in life is. You just got to be together, and we can't be divided.
J for president 2026. Well, no, he can't be president.
Can't be president.
J for governor.
Dictator. Oh, no.
2026. I think he's gonna be governor of Florida.
Wait, I could be a governor, right? I forgot.
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was a government.
He'll be
governor.
Back. Yeah, he can be. You can be a governor. You can be a senator, a state representative.
Oh shit, I could be a senator.
You can be anything except
president.
President.
That's fucked up.
Or be in his cabinet.
And I can't be vice president.
Yeah, you can't be any cabinet member.
Okay, you can't be any cabinet member, like the Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House is a representative.
Okay, what is it?
No, you can't be Secretary of Defense, which is now Secretary of War. Okay. You can't be Secretary of State. You can't be Secretary of Agriculture. None of those. And the reason why you can't be any of those is because technically they're all in line
to become president.
Because if God forbid there's
like an explosion where all of them were all in the room, and then the one in the lowest rank is next up in line because everybody else is dead, then he would become president. Yeah, correct. I saw that somewhere in a movie.
Yeah. No, it was a series on Fox.
Or it might have been Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. What was it called with the guy from 24?
Yeah.
Wifey watches that.
I think is it The Chosen? No, it's not The Chosen One, or I forgot what it was called. But I know that so there is a, so anything that you can potentially become president, you can't be. But but senator, House representative, governor, mayor, state local representative as well, because the state has its own house and its own senate. All that you can do except be, one of those.
So that's my message. That's what I said when we weren't recording. We got to understand each other a little bit better. No matter what side we're on, we got to come together as a people and as a world. I believe in sovereign individual people, but I also believe in coming together just for the greater good. So that's the side I'm on. I'm on the side of good in the fight of good versus evil, because don't get it wrong, evil does exist.
Yeah.
I'm on the side of good. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I've been trying to say this whole time. I'm just really funny and I got really dark humor. Yeah. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's always good coming together.
That is the best when you come together.
It is. When you come together, it's just
like something magical happens.
Correct.
I feel like, it's euphoric when people come together, right?
Yeah.
And it's when you guys come together, it's very euphoric, isn't it?
You're at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So it's so let's come together, everybody. Let's come together, because together is better.
Jay and Leo for governor and senator.
Yes. We're gonna pick who's who.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll let you, the 3 viewers. No, we actually get an average of like 30 views per episode, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good, bro.
We're fucking growing. Yo, we started with 10.
Yeah.
So now we're getting 30 views. So it's good, dog.
It's good. We just gotta keep showing up. We gotta keep showing up. We're gonna keep showing up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you could do to stop us. But God willing, we'll just keep taking this thing to the top.
Yo, it's funny now that I'm thinking about it. We might have people over for episode 20. Your cousin that lives in Ocala, I'm not gonna mention any names right now, but might be here. So, So we might ask her to be part of of episode 20.
Yeah, there might be some contingencies who come with that one too, because she's another, she is another prima donna.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to start asking from now and start getting
start handing the topic. Same thing probably.
And the writer, what kind of food and all that stuff, lodging and all that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but
whole itinerary, bro.
Yeah, we got to start sending it from now. We got to start doing it from now. But yeah, man. Listen, everything's been great. Listen, from now on, this shit is fresh.
We haven't talked about
any of this.
So this is the good part.
So we're gonna give you our real thing.
No condom, lubed up opinions.
You use lube or you just spit on it? Huh?
Anyways.
Yo, so officially, Mr. Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to 4 years in prison. So actually it's 50 months, 4 years and 2 months, whatever.
And with good behavior, it's more like 2 years.
Probably. He'll probably be out in a year and a half. Because he's already has about a year in. And, he'll probably do another year and a half, and good behavior, he'll probably bring it down. Also, after he does come out, he does get released. He's going to have 5 years of supervised release and a $500,000 fine. So before he was sentenced by the judge, it actually, something leaked, which actually got the judge pretty upset based on reports that Diddy was already planning and already scheduling speaking events. According to his lawyers, the speaking events were actually supposed to be like goodwill. Like, he was supposed to go out and talk to places about, his trying, to basically do amends and not to do what he did and all that crap. But of course, that meant that he was already thinking that he was going to be released.
He was anticipating his release, which comes off very arrogant and even like. Even in the court of public opinion, it still affects you in actual legal court.
Yeah.
And you're getting that cocky and arrogant kind of tells the judge that you haven't fully rehabilitated because there's still that strong ego in you and you don't feel humbled yet. And
that's actually one of the things that the judge said, where he did say that he doesn't feel like he doesn't fully understand everything that the harm that he caused
exactly.
To those two women. So it says he said let's see, what did he say? They kind of have like a little snippet here. It doesn't say. It says, I know your families are proud of you, and this is Judge Alice. Where's the judge? I forgot her name now, or his name. No, yeah, Judge Aram Subrahmanian said, I know your families are proud of you, and your children, when they're old enough, will be proud of you for coming to the court to tell the world what happened to you. These horrible acts were made public. I don't know. I don't understand why these were like, they took like little snippets of what he said. We read it and saw it. Images and gashes and bruises and broken doors. And we saw it in a savage video. So the judge made, reference to the fact that, that video was very damaging.
Super. And that's what he's ultimately doing time for. This is just delayed. This is just a delayed punishment for what we actually think of him. So this is what's happening, right? In the court of public opinion, he needs to do time for what he did to Cassie. And the legal way to give him that time is to give him those counts of traveling for traveling for prostitution or whatever.
No, well, he didn't travel. I think it was
he was something prostitution. I forgot what it was, but either way, that's what's happening right now. And you know what? I'm kind of not against it, because sometimes if you really feel like as a human being, I was just speaking about love. If you actually love Diddy, you know that he needs some sort of humbling and rehabilitation and just time away from people and being himself, and really time to ponder and think back on the harm he's done to people. Because even though he's a freak boy, even though a lot of the things that they try to get him on, they couldn't. I'm glad for that, because it puts more, it makes the judicial system look more reasonable.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that happened, but I'm also glad that he's getting this little pow that I think is necessary for him to learn and grow. That's honestly what I think as a person.
Well,
even then, it might not be enough.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? It's he's going to do another year and a half. He's already been in jail for a year.
Yeah.
He's going to do a year and a half, most likely. But when he comes out, he's still going to be rich, because he lost a lot of advertisement. And he's no longer the CEO of his Revolt, but he still owns it. His company still owns it, So he's still making money. If Revolt does well, he still does well. So he's still gonna come out super rich. I think he's just gonna be. See, sometimes I feel like when you get caught like this, you don't learn from your mistakes. You just get better at making sure
That you don't get caught.
And I'm afraid that that's what's gonna happen. Where now he's gonna be more careful and more, more NDAs and maybe hide through a bunch of not shelter. What I was gonna say, like shell companies and goes through a bunch of different
avenues to not get caught.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So I think sometimes they don't learn to just get better at doing what they were doing. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully you're right. Hopefully he comes out rehabilitated and he does what he needs to do and spends time with his family and does what he does. So moving on to a little bit more entertainment news. A little bit more drama that's been going on. I actually didn't know about this till just a few minutes ago, actually.
So you see, in the previous unrecorded pod, we said that we bullshit for like an hour, which we kind of really do, but we don't. We kind of get warmed up by talking, and then we kind of talk about subjects. And then I told Leo, yo, you've seen what's been going on with this Cardi B and Nicki shit? And he's like, no, what? I'm like, bro, what? Do you live under a mountain? And then he started looking it up, and I told him, like, yo, they took it to hell.
Yeah.
Both of them took it to hell. Like, they just started talking about each other's children. So if you've been living under a mountain, like my fellow brethren over here, then you would like, if you're not living under a mountain, you would know. Oh, my bad. I forgot the whole intro. My bad. If you're living under a mountain like my fellow brethren over here.
Okay. You what are you doing? Like, we're repeating the same shit.
Yeah. If you are, then you need to know what's happening with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have been going at each other's throats ever since when?
Okay. Well, first of all, they've had beef for years.
They've had beef for years.
So most recently, I, as you guys already know, may have or may not know, Cardi B released a new album recently. It's called Am I the Drama? And what happened on the 29th was that for whatever reason, I guess Cardi B's sales have not been that good. And you know what it is? I don't think at this point, people are not buying albums. If you have Spotify, if you have Apple Music, if you have Tidal, if you have all this stuff, why would you buy the album? You can listen to it for free. So people are not buying albums.
Unless you want to support.
Yeah.
It's like a donation to your artist.
Basically. And
that's basically what buying a physical or digital album
is. But regardless, what happened on September 29th was that Cardi B's album dropped in price to $4.99.
To increase album sales. Like one would one would come to the conclusion that that's what that was for.
Yeah. And sometimes they do that just because, that also helps, the numbers so she can win awards.
Exactly.
And awards bring more money. So that's all sometimes the labels care is it's awards, because they're making money out of the streaming. Remember that they're not paying the artist what they're supposed to for the streaming. So they're making their money there. Anyways,
true.
So Minaj went into Twitter or X and she just put $4.99. $4 and nothing else. She just put $4.99 and then proceeded to delete the tweet a few minutes later. But of course, the internet is undefeated. The people screen grabbed it and reshared it, and of course Cardi B saw it, and then she wrote I have something wrote Nicki Minaj wrote Barney Dangerous, and then Cardi B said Cocaine Barbie, and then they've been going at it to the point where they started talking about Nicki Minaj. He said he don't want dig my big pussy, so I guess he's talking about Offset. I don't know. Like they've been going
at, all right. So Cardi B and Nicki Minaj have been going at it. Basically, they've been going back and forth. Like let me see, insulting each other. Well, Nicki's approach has been insulting Cardi B on her calling her Barney B, on how she looks like, her album sales, and then Cardi has been saying like, yo, I'm not even your peer. Why are you fucking with me? You're supposed to be in the talks with Taylor Swift, Drake, all these people. Why are you competing with me? I came after you. I was listening to you in high school. And then they started going back and forth about some whole other shit. It got to the point where they started talking about each other's children. And then, you know, like this has been going viral for the wrong reasons, because on X, what I see is a bunch of like somebody put a picture and made a chain out of gums and teeth, and they called it cold. They talked about that being Cardi B's daughter's, you know, teeth, and they were like selling it or some shit, bro. It got really bad. They started talking bad about each other's children. They wrote letters to each other's children. You know, Cardi B was telling her to focus on her son on his birthday. Why are you coming at me? Like it gets really gross and really like. At one point, they took it to fucking hell.
She said at one point, Nicki said, falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains, barefoot, still smelly, still you, could not outsell me. And then, you know, Cardi B came in like, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. Yeah, you need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with. And you can't, because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the fuck is you comparing yourself to me? And then Nicki Minaj posted a picture of Cardi B as Barney.
Yeah.
And then she said, raw dogging pregnant with that fourth baby, Barney BV, HPV.
Oh, allegedly.
That's damn. And then Cardi B came and said, all right, now there's a third tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord protect my babies. Yo, this is some heavy ass shit. Damn.
All right, we don't need to get in all that, bro. It got really dark. That they started talking about each other's children. Actually, go ahead, read to yourself, or read a little bit out loud of when they started writing letters. You could scroll down. It's probably all the way down if it's in chronological order. They started started writing letters to each other's children about like, sorry, your mama's a cokehead, like that she would rather spend time coming at me and instead of like celebrating her son's birthday or some shit, and that she has a pedophile husband. Or can we even say that on YouTube? A PDF husband.
Well, he did get convicted of it, so it's not like
allegedly. I don't know what the fuck.
But he was convicted though.
I don't know what the fuck.
He is a convicted felon.
I don't know what the thing is for. I don't research this information, so I can't even like speak about it.
Well, no, I definitely know.
I feel like there is some legal things, and then that they publicly call them that because there's some facts to it. I'm pretty sure there is. I'm just saying I haven't read the facts.
Yo, I guess at one point she said, fuck the vulture baby. And that was Nicki to
Cardi?
To Cardi, because her baby's name is Culture.
Yeah.
And then Cardi came back and said, you said fuck vulture what? Bitch, fuck that slow ass son that came out your pussy. You was wishing so much negativity on me while I was pregnant, and look at your karma. Look at your rotten pussy produce. Now he a whole 5-year-old tiptoeing around the house and can't spell his name.
Yo, that is fucked up. All right. This is getting too out of hand. Let's not feed into it. No. Let's not feed into it.
Like I've always said, when it comes to war of words. Women are vicious.
Yeah.
They can be completely vicious because they don't give a fuck.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. This is crazy, dog. Like, this is like bananas, yo. I can't fucking believe. Like, they're going, you know what it is? It's one thing to, like, you know, dislike each other on a professional level or maybe have some sort of beef. But kids should never get involved in any adult argument.
A lot of men seem to understand that. I think a lot of men have that understanding that the problem most of the time with men stays between them two.
But you know why?
Or at least they try their hardest to make it.
For the most part,
it's because we're more conditioned in conflict than women are. No, that's what it is.
And we know that if you bring our kids up, it gets dangerous.
Exactly.
It's really dangerous. Like, because at that point, it won't be words anymore. It'll be physical.
Yeah.
So if you bring my kids up, it's gonna be a physical. I'm going radio silent on X. I'm gonna find you. It's not about. I'm gonna keep talking to you. No, we're fighting.
Ladies, if you want to understand what goes on in men's minds, just think about this. When we walk in a room, we size up all the men in the room and then like simulate a fight with a one-on-one with all of them.
Yeah, and we basically. We look for weaknesses.
Yeah,
we're like, okay, he's limping a little bit. Maybe his knee's not good. You know?
Yeah,
we're fucked up.
We're very fucked up. So that's how we think, and I think we have a psychic understanding that if I'm thinking that way, then the next man has to be thinking that way.
Yeah.
So there's a psychic understanding between all of us that if we don't want it to get there, let's start off with like some de-escalation. Let's start off with some respect with one another and type shit. And that's kind of like the unwritten language that we speak. So, but you guys, know that the worst you want to do is hurt her with words.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to take it physically. Mm-hmm. Because you know if you take it physically, like you can get hurt. Both of you can get hurt. Yep. So you guys don't want to risk it, but you guys want to hurt each other so bad until it gets to the point that you want to hurt each other physically. And you know, you girls don't know how to do that. You just play dirty, and you guys have nails. You bite. You pull hair. Like you fight like real feral animals. Like I've never been bitten in a fight.
No. Yeah, neither have I.
I've never been scratched by another guy in a fight. You hear that?
Yeah. That has to be outside because there's a noise we keep hearing, but I think there's stuff going outside.
But yeah, you know, like that's how we think. But girls really want you to linger and think about what, like you said, and if they have facts on you, if they have truth on you, is that the thing is that girls want to find the nastiest way to tell you, to insult you and tell you the truth.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, going back to this whole topic with Cardi and Nicki. My thing is, why is Nicki writing anything? She hasn't been relevant in years.
Whoa.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, and I'm not here trying to defend Cardi because I don't necessarily, you know, I can't be like, oh, you know, she's a great artist. She's had some hits. I mean, but if you throw out, you know, 100 songs, you know, good chances are that you're going to have 2 or 3 that are going to be bangers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's just a common thing out of, you know, it's just, what is it? Relativity? Not relativity. It's just,
are you standing up for Cardi because she's Dominican?
No, man, I'm not. That's what I'm saying, but I'm not standing up for Cardi. I'm just like, because I'm saying, I don't necessarily going to sit here and say Cardi's a great artist. I'm not. What I'm saying is, Nicki has to be able to say, "Yo, I threw out an album a week ago or 6 months ago, and look at my numbers." Then at that point, you got some, you know, you got talking points. You can talk shit. But when was the last time Nicki threw out an album?
Like a year or 2 ago.
Did she?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that. That's how bad it was.
And I think it did numbers, but you don't understand, like, you're not the whole world. So there's a whole, Nicki has a, like, it's not about how popular you are, is how strong your cult is. And Nicki has a strong cult following that'll take her album to those numbers.
Yeah.
You know,
But they got bots too now, so we don't know how real those numbers are as well.
that's also true. But Spotify is doing their best to, you know, track down those bots and then get them out of their system.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and bring down the super inflated numbers from artists, and then let real artists stand in their greatness. But yeah, man, this is getting nasty. I don't want to talk about this too much because when, you know, it's like woman talk, and like when that happens and it's a problem between them, it gets too dark, and they start saying some really mean shit, and they bring the children into it because they really, like, at the end of the day, man, they really just want to kill with words.
Yeah. But, you know, again, the nasty part is this. You know, those kids, eventually they're going to be old enough to read this. And I've mentioned this before when we talked about the Cardi drama and everything. You know, like, you're fucked up. You're bringing in little kids that have nothing to do with what the fuck is going on into a drama that, first of all, is stupid. Second, kids shouldn't be in it, you know, and you know, and to me that's very immature of Nicki, because Nicki's the one who initiated the kids thing. All right, and of course, you know, Cardi was no better because she continued it, and I get it, you know, you insult your kids, but yo, like, you don't have to go and do the same. You don't have to get down to her level, you know, and the problem is that these girls, they kept trying to beat each other to see how low the other one can go, you know. So, oh, you went low, let me go lower. Oh, you went lower, I'm gonna go lowest. And then they just kept trying to go lower, lower, low, to the point where it just got disgusting. You know, they got to a point where they were calling, as you heard some of the things I said, they were calling their kids stupid, they were calling retarded, and all these different things. It's like, and ugly, and I'm like, yo, those kids have nothing to do with them.
Yeah, and then you know what's going to happen is that those kids one day are going to grow up. They're going to grow up. They're going to, you know, they're going to either get talked about in school, or this situation is going to get brought up in school. Then they're going to see what happened to what they were talked about, and maybe it's like an insecurity that they dealt with their whole life, and then it's like it was talked about by another major artist. So you never know what kind of like repercussions the words you say and then the actions you do have in the future.
Yeah.
You know, those kids can get really fucked up by this if they see this in the future.
Correct.
You know, and that's something that's not taken into consideration in all of this. And just, you know, you want to just send out prayers to those kids, because they're the ones who were like the innocent casualties in all of this.
Correct.
Honestly.
No, yeah.
And
it's fucked up.
So it's like, you got to beef. Like, I like this beef if it was like how Drake and Kendrick did it. You know, if it just,
but then again, even with them, it kind of got
a little nasty there too. But you know, like, but either way, it was kept in the music. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't said publicly. It wasn't a Twitter back and forth.
Yeah.
It was all kept in music.
Yeah.
And you know, it got nasty there too. But at least it was kept in the music. And you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Beef is beef, bro. I don't understand rap beef, because I'm all about love and positivity now.
Peace. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, a little update also. Artist David hasn't been named officially as a suspect yet.
Well, yeah. So what he's trying to say, because he always gives you like the little bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's why I give you the layup. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. So, bless you. California police has come out and said, LA Police Department came out and said that David has officially not been named a, what is that? A suspect on the murder.
In the death of Celeste Rivas. Rest in peace.
But it is what it is. It's a murder, because obviously she didn't dismember herself. All right. So that, but you know, but to honestly, that could be two things. One, they don't have the evidence enough to say yet that he's a suspect, or two, they're kind of playing it coy, where they have enough, they have enough circumstantial, but they don't have enough to be able to say, to show, okay, he did do it, you know? And
yeah, they don't have direct evidence leading to him.
And I think what we're waiting on is the coroner to see if the girl was pregnant or not.
Oh no, actually, some information came out. She wasn't pregnant.
She wasn't pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, she, based on the timeline, they're saying that she would have died about a day or two before her birthday.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's crazy. So she wasn't even 15. She was 14 when she died, which makes it even more of a tragedy. Yeah. So, you know, we say we're not going to talk about those things and we end up doing it.
Yeah. Just a little update, because it is an intriguing and interesting case, and it's a very, very unfortunate and sad case at the same time. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there's just like the duality and emotions, and it's very complex. That's just very interesting to me, just as a human being in general in this experience of life. But moving on from that, let's get into some good news, all right? Fuck Bad Bunny. But I'm proud of Bad Bunny, man. He got the Super Bowl. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
So he is going to be the first Latin performer to be headline. There have been other Latin artists before you come down my throat, but they've never. Whoa! Pause. Pause.
What the fuck did you say?
Before you start giving me shit.
There you go.
So there's been other Latin artists, but they've been co-hosts. For example, when Jennifer Lopez and Shakira did it, they were co-hosts. They were not individually. Also, J Balvin.
Bruno Mars and Beyonce.
Is he?
No, I'm fucking with you.
No,
J Balvin wasn't one of them. Which one was?
J Balvin was in the Jennifer Lopez and Shakira.
Oh yeah, okay.
But also Gloria Estefan co-hosted. Then there were a couple of artists that have done it. I can't keep I don't remember the whole list, but this is the first artist to be only performer to headline the show himself. So
The Weeknd's Dominican.
No, he's not.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. That's just a funny thing to say. El fin de semana.
Yeah. So
hey, shout out to Bad Bunny.
He needs to bring out El Alfa in his concert.
Yeah.
That would be nice. But yeah, talking about entertainment, I had this question that came up, and I was just like, talking about, like performances and things like that, and I wanted to know what artist, dead or alive, would you?
We're not gonna wait. Hold on. We're moving on from the Bad Bunny Super Bowl.
I mean, what do you want to say about that?
Nothing political. I just want to say no. I was going to talk about more of the Bad Bunny and the whole situation. I wanted to say about the Bad Bunny thing. I understand. I wanted to get into that question too, because that's a great question. But what I was going to say about the Bad Bunny thing is the NFL does it more for TV viewership to spike the numbers up in the middle of the game, as opposed to more of a performance for the people in the crowd.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the crowd, I feel like it's going to be... I think it's going to be more lackluster response from the crowd than expected.
Yeah, so, and it's always like that. Unless, because like with the Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, it just happened that theirs was here in Miami, so there was more of a Latin crowd. But
yeah,
I feel this. And I'm gonna say something that somebody else said. So I don't remember who it was. So sorry. I am gonna say
sorry. I stole your shit.
I stole your shit,
and I'm gonna say it on my podcast, on my platform.
Yeah, I'm gonna say mine. But I'm giving you credit. I just don't remember your name. NFL's doesn't, like you said, they're not doing this for the people in the stadium. They're not even doing it for the people in the U.S.
They're doing it for the world.
They're doing it for the world. Bad Bunny right now, it's a world icon.
Yeah.
NFL has been doing a big push to get the world involved in football and interested in football. Why? Because obviously
they want money from the world.
Money. This is why the NFL has done games in Mexico, Brazil. They did a game in Ireland. They're going to do several games in England. They are trying to expand just like what baseball did and what basketball did.
They're trying to be what soccer is. Let's just get straight to the point. What cricket is. Well, cricket is just liked by people in a large population.
Correct. And that's what makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I feel like, so everybody is chasing, soccer, FIFA. So everybody's chasing what FIFA does. FIFA is the standard of how to make money all over the world.
Globally, yep.
The NBA and MLB have done a great job of getting a percentage of what FIFA does. Again, FIFA's here and everybody else is down here, but the NFL is down here, basically. NBA and baseball are here.
Yeah.
What NFL is trying to do is at least get to the same level as NBA. And baseball, because baseball, being the fact that, remember, baseball is a form of cricket. It was used, the cricket was around, and they actually took some of the aspects of cricket,
right,
and to create baseball. So that is what attracts a lot of other people outside of the U.S. You got people in China, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, that are playing baseball. Australia,
Venezuela.
Well, we know all the Latin American countries, all the Caribbean countries are playing. Believe it or not, I actually saw recently that even Ecuador has starting to have some players play baseball.
That's good.
It may have to do with the fact that now there's a large Venezuelan and Colombian population that went to Ecuador. And, of course, like anybody that, migrates to a new country, they try to bring their culture with them, and baseball is a big culture in Venezuela and Colombia, as also soccer as well. I think they kind of split. Soccer has a majority, but then there is a lot of baseball fans in Colombia. We have a lot of MLB players from Colombia and Venezuela, and because they kind of migrated to Ecuador. Now Ecuador is starting to see some players there. Obviously, they're nowhere near the level where Colombia and Venezuela and other countries are, but who knows? Eventually, you might have an Ecuadorian team playing baseball in the World Baseball Classic, because there is a lot of other teams. So why not Ecuador?
Hey, listen, Ecuadorians, fuck all that. Play soccer still, because I need you to lock in for at least a Copa America, bro. At least get a Copa America. Bring one back home.
Not even. You don't even want to talk about a World Cup.
I mean, we got chances in this World Cup, but I think this would be like our best chances ever for a while. Yeah, okay. And after this, we won't have a chance like this again. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we get a little nervous, and then we only react once we're down. And once you're down, sometimes it can be a little too late. And I feel like that's how we're built, bro.
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. Yeah.
No, man. Listen, great for Bad Bunny. Great for the NFL. They're trying to grow the presence.
Yeah.
I feel that because what the NFL is expecting is this: a lot of people are going to tune in just because of Bad Bunny's performance, but even if it's 1% of all the people around the world decide
to continue watching,
correct, this is interesting, maybe I should. Now all of a sudden, 1% of the world is a lot of fucking people, that they're going to be watching. They're sometimes they get like 300 million people watching around the world. Like that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
You're getting 1% of that. What is that? 3 million additional viewers. Those viewers are gonna bring in, more advertising money, more merchandise money, all these different things, and then eventually, you might have. Right now, NFL is actually exploring the possibility of having a team in England, in the UK, which. Crazy, so they may, and I think what they're going to do is they're potentially going to have two teams in England where, teams will have to fly from here to England to play, two games. And then, which will be crazy, but
good on the NFL too.
Yeah.
Good on the NFL.
Listen,
they deserve that. That's a great sport, but it's a great sport. They deserve it. And hopefully they're like they become like the NBA at least, you know, with all this, because yeah, man, NFL is a great thing that should be spread across the world.
Yeah.
And I'm glad and if that does happen, I'm glad it started here, right? Football.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rendition of rugby.
Correct.
But you know, it started here, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a US thing, like
That's
baseball.
beautiful.
Like baseball.
Yeah, baseball started here. Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
America's pastime. Baseball. Johnson, it's America's pastime.
It's crazy how America's pastime it's predominantly run by Hispanic players. There's more Hispanic players than there is pretty much any other. You know, right now African Americans are a 1%, I think, of the MLB. And
that's because they're busy playing basketball and football.
Yeah, but the money's in baseball. Yo, these players in baseball are making stupid money.
Yeah, but I mean, to anybody, at least like 10 million is stupid money to anybody. Like,
yeah, but some of these players are making 300-400 million.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Well,
that's crazy money.
It's stupid money, yo. So this is what I'm saying, dog. It's the money. It's crazy in baseball. So listen, it is what it is. Bad Bunny, congratulations. I hope. I really can't wait to see it. I hope you know, you show this racist people that, you know, you make great music. So
yeah. I think the people not like Danica Patrick, I think said some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I honestly, like, I'm gonna be a little liberal, bro. I'm gonna be a little no, I'm kidding. No, I kind of stand with that. I think sending agents out there is a waste of resources, because I feel like a majority of the people who want to watch Bad Bunny perform at the Super Bowl are gonna watch it from their TV, because that's the best view.
Yeah.
That's the best view you can get for any performance in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's a waste of resources. It's a waste of American taxpayer money. It's stupid. I stand on that. And I feel like Danica Patrick is too selfish, and you can be too patriotic to understand that sometimes you want to spread your sport globally so you can get more of a global money, and then you can have more capital.
Can we say she's a racist?
I don't think she's a racist. I don't know if she's a racist. I don't want to speak on people. I don't have too much information, but she's definitely retarded. I'm going to say it's definitely retarded. It's definitely ignorant. That's what I want to say. It's definitely ignorant.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes, like, you know, racism stems from ignorance. So I feel like that there could be a possibility, if she's ignorant enough to say some dumb shit like that, then there's a possibility for that. But I don't want to outright just call people that just because of the weight that comes behind words like that.
Got it.
But anyways, yeah, congratulations to Bad Bunny once again. I know we said it like 500 times, but it's well deserved. The most global artist the most global artist just ever. The
most streamed artist right now
on Spotify.
Other than
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, man. Taylor Swift released her new album October 3rd. Have you heard any of her songs?
No.
Okay, good. Neither have I.
Anyways, moving on from
that. Congratulations to her.
Speaking of all these artists, Leo, I know you wanted to ask a question before.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about this recently, and I know my answer, but I'm curious to know your answer. What artist, living or dead, would like to see in concert?
I think the most obvious ones. You know how they tell you, like, in which period of time would you want to live in? You're like, I want to see the pyramids getting built. The most obvious one, Leo. I want to watch Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would
have said Eminem maybe 15 years ago. I would have told you Eminem. But today it's Michael Jackson.
Interesting.
I've seen Kanye live. I've seen Kendrick live.
Yeah.
I don't care too much to watch Drake live. That's no offense to him. I just don't see myself at a Drake concert.
Damn.
And I did want to see him live, but that's when back in the day when he was touring with Lil Wayne, but I got into a car accident. I never made it to that concert.
Damn.
Yeah. But Michael Jackson's my answer. It's plain and simple, bro. Yo, you won't get songs, woman, a crowded energy, like people fainting Nobody does that. Nobody dances like that. Nobody gives a performance like that. The best, and that's like your best and most money's worth, I feel like, out of an artist.
Damn, I out of everybody I thought you were gonna pick, would have never guessed that.
You would have never guessed that I would have said
guessed.
Michael Jackson.
No, never.
I love Michael Jackson, dude.
Damn.
Bro.
Did he touch you?
In the heart.
Oh, okay.
That was a good spin.
Yeah. He touched you other places too.
Bro, you know what really made me love Michael Jackson is when I was a kid, I used to love Free Willy. And at the end of Free Willy, Will You Be There starts playing. And I love that song.
And you cried?
Hold me like the river Jordan. And I wouldn't say to thee, you were my friend.
The fuck are we? What are we doing?
Yo, you never heard that song?
Yeah, what are we doing?
That shit was fire.
You know what? You know what's funny? Now you mentioned Free Willy. That was the first movie I ever watched in the movie theaters.
What? You watch Free Willy in the movie theaters?
Yes.
I've only ever seen it on TV. You watch it in the theaters?
Yeah, because
How
when
old
I was
were you, bro?
when I was that young, you were still in your father's cock.
That's true.
Yeah.
And don't speak about my dad, bro. Rest in peace, my dad.
Rest in peace. But you,
I'm kidding. Yeah, I was probably my dad. I was in my dad's balls still.
You still
I was
in his sack.
Chilling with my bros.
So you were still in his sack when Free Willy came out. That was 1993.
Word? Say word.
Yeah, word.
Okay.
So that was literally, I've seen plenty of movies up to that point, but that was the first movie I ever watched that I can remember going to a movie theater and watch, which was crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. That's nice.
Yeah.
Did Michael Jackson appear in that one too?
No.
And he didn't appear in the movie theater or like at the end of the movie?
Nah.
Oh, that must have been like the DVD special edition one I had, or the VHS. I forgot what I had.
Yeah.
My grandma put me on the Free Willy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then one time I had a white shirt and then like a white undershirt and a black pants, and I put a performance on for them. I was Michael Jackson.
Wow.
And I had dress shoes. Yo, you should have seen it. That was lit.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyways, who would you go?
Yo, this is
Tupac.
This is easy to me.
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
I knew it.
It was Chester
Bennington.
Pennington, not Bennington. Pennington.
Oh, Chester Penny.
It's Pennington with a P.
How much you want to bet?
I'll bet you $100.
Okay.
Nah, man. You lie. I'm gonna Google that shit right now.
What are you talking about?
Pennington, dog. It's Pennington.
Yo, this shit is recorded.
We're gonna fucking delete this shit.
What? No, we're not. Yo, you shook my hand. Yo, he was like, I gotta pay my. No. You know what? I'm gonna have some mercy on you, Leo. I'm gonna have some mercy. Even though this was on camera, it's Bennington, bro.
What the fuck?
Your whole life is a lie.
I always been saying Pennington, dog.
I know you say a lot of shit wrong. I'm trying to help you out. It's Bennington, bro.
Yeah. Yo, you want to know what's crazy? That.
No, but he really loves Linkin Park. Don't let this steer you wrong.
You know what's crazy is he died July 20th, right? Mm-hmm. And
rest in peace, Chester Bennington. Bennington too. And I had tickets to go see him the next week. He died on a Friday, right? And they were supposed to start a tour a week later. And I had tickets to actually go see him. So that was gonna be my first ever performance to go see Linkin Park live. And he took his life the week before. So to me, like, and that is horrible.
It's horrible because there was other opportunities that I had to go, get tickets and go watch him, and I never took the opportunity. I never took that chance to go see them live. And the one fucking time that I had tickets to go see him, he unfortunately decided to end his life. And to me,
the most unfortunate part, let's be clear, is him ending his life.
Of course.
This is like a tough thing to go through because you're like, fuck, I lost my opportunity.
Correct. And it's crazy because right now, Linkin Park, the band, it's still on, and now they have a new lead singer. It's a girl, forgot her name. but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not
She's
the same.
fire. Let's not take any credit away from her because she's a great vocalist, but it's just not the same, man. There's something Chester brought to that band, to that, just the energy he brought in his vocals. His vocal performances, like just the things he had to do and the ranges he had from screaming to singing angelically beautiful, bro, is just, the contrast is super. It takes a lot of talent to do that, and that's like God-given. That's something you're born with. That's not something you really learn how to do. You either are born to do it or you're not.
Yo, and
that's what I think he had.
The craziest part is that, a few years prior to, him committing suicide, one of his friends died, actually by suicide as well. And I'm trying to see who it was. And he sang beautifully. I'm trying to see performance. Who did he Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell, sorry. When Chris Cornell unfortunately passed away, he sang Hallelujah, and it was one of the most beautiful things you're ever gonna hear in your life. And the fact that he goes and does something like this is just crazy. I'm trying to see if I can bring it up. Maybe I can play a little bit of it, but of course I gotta lower this first because you're gonna have a commercial and I don't want to hear no fucking commercials.
Yeah, fuck the commercials, bro.
Let's see.
When it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, might fall.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That shit is beautiful.
I got chills.
The fact that he could do that shit, bro.
I got chills all over my body right now because the guy was a fucking performer.
Like, to do that and be able to scream and then go right back to doing that shit, the vocal range and the work that needs to be just, I think you need to be born with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, to be able, and he reached his fullest potential. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington, bro.
Yeah, Bennington. Fuck, I've been saying it wrong.
Yeah, and you owe me $100.
Yeah, ya te lo pagué. We'll get it to you sometime between now and 2029. When we start making money from this pot, I'll give you the money though. It's a guarantee you'll get the money. So this is up to you guys. It's up to you guys if Jay gets his money or not. So if you reshare,
okay. I could take installments, or you could cover my bills.
Yeah.
Yo, I learned something funny yesterday, bro.
Just one thing?
I learned something funny yesterday.
What did you learn?
I learned this new term. I learned this new term called pre-truth.
Pre-truth?
Yeah, it's not lying.
It's not.
Lying is like just straight up just not telling the truth, right? Pre-truth, right, gives you the opportunity to lie, but without actually being a lie. Like, all your intentions could be good. You could say, hey, I'm gonna wash the dishes. I plan on washing the dishes. And your whole because your intention was true, that makes it the truth. But because it didn't happen yet, is pre-truth. So if you don't end up washing the dishes, you could just say, yo, I pre-truthed. I'm so sorry that happened. Next time I got you.
So if let's say you say you're going to do the dishes on Monday, and you end up actually washing them on Friday. Yeah.
Now you're the truth teller.
You told the truth because you did end up washing them.
Yeah.
You just didn't specify when.
Yeah.
So you didn't lie.
I didn't lie.
You just pre-truth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pre-truth works like that.
Wow.
It works both ways.
I'm going to start using that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using it with my wife. I'm gonna pre-truth the shit out of her.
yeah. So eventually I got to it. So it's the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just not when you wanted it to.
That's the key. You're not lying.
Yeah, you're not lying.
You're foreseeing the future.
Yeah.
It's a foreshadow.
It's a foreshadow.
Wow, pretty true.
But it gives you the ability to not do to not go through with the thing.
So let me ask you a question. Where did you hear this?
Well, interestingly enough, I heard it from a 13-year-old.
13-year-old. What the fuck?
We heard it from a 13-year-old.
I'm gonna act like I wasn't there. Okay. Come on, you're taking the veil out of this.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's what I do. I take the veil out of things.
You know, damn.
I let you see through it. Pause.
Whoa. What?
What? Anyways, yeah. Well, yeah, I learned it from my 13-year-old nephew. Shout out to you, buddy.
Shout out to G.
Shout out to G. Shout out to GM.
G's nuts.
General manager. Yeah.
Damn. So he came up with the term pre-truth, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he pre-truths a lot.
Yeah, you gotta pre-truth a lot to learn to come up with the terminology pre-truth.
Sociopath.
Yeah, bro, that's funny, dude. That's funny.
Damn,
that's funny. Oh man, I'm gonna try to use that one day.
No, yeah, I'm gonna if I ever get in trouble again.
You know who pre-truths a lot? Politicians.
Oh yeah,
they pre-truth all the time.
What we should
that's the pre-truthing is, I think, the main component into being a politician.
So what you're saying is that your nephew's going to be a future politician?
Hopefully, God willing, man.
He's going to be
someone in power.
President of the United States one day, because he's going to be pre-truthing his way all the way to the top. Damn. Okay.
Yes,
so,
he's going to pre-truth all the way to
the top.
Hopefully not. Hopefully he becomes, a healthy politician. Oh, one of those rare ones.
Not if he's pre-throwing already.
Pre-throwing.
I can't even say it. Truthing. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. If he's doing that already.
And his friend posed a great question.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather push out a grape through your pee hole or poop out a pineapple?
Yeah.
And all right. So our nephew was telling a story yesterday.
How he got in trouble for talking in class, but it was
we're not gonna put all his business out there.
No, but like it was the reason why he was talking is because his friend posed this question.
Yes.
And they got into like an argument about what.
So as he was talking about the question he posed, and I interrupted and then had to pose the question to all of us in the room. And the question goes like this.
Well, you said it already.
Oh, I said it already?
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, well, the question goes like this. I said it already. Would you rather pee out a grape or shit out a pineapple?
Yeah.
And everybody in the room said poop out a pineapple.
Yeah.
And I get it. Leo was the one who knew this the best. He's like, your asshole expands, bro. You don't know how many big cocks I've gotten in my butt.
Pause, bitch.
I know my asshole.
I knew you were going with that. See,
no.
The second he fucking started talking, I was like, this motherfucker's gonna say some gay shit. I knew it, dog. I knew it.
I had to get you back. But but everybody kept telling me, yo, your butthole expands because you got to shit. So it has that ability. But I was like, bro, you could just crush the grape on the way out as you're peeing.
Yeah.
And you could just pee out the little, and then they kept telling me, yo, your urethra is like literally like a little like hole. And I'm like, yeah, but bro, and it's not meant to stretch that far. And I was like, bro, but the pineapples have the spikes and like the spiky like stem shit. Like, how are you going to deal with that coming out your ass? It's going to cut your asshole crazy.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you remember, I told you that one of the worst pains anybody talks about, whether you're a woman or a man, is kidney stones. So if you ever seen kidney stones are the tiniest fucking thing in the world. But when people are peeing out kidney stones, it is the most painful. It is as close to birth for a man than like the pain wise.
And anything?
Than anything else. So a man passing a kidney stone through his urethra is as close. Now, I'm not saying that it is the same, but it's as close as painful as when a woman gives birth.
Wow.
So, and I'm telling you, the rocks are so fucking tiny. And then even if you break a grape, if you squeeze a grape, the size is still big.
Yeah, all right. I'd rather have a bloody asshole.
Yeah.
All right. We bridge this gap. And then you're going to have to bridge your asshole gap after the pineapple comes out of it. But
you're going to have to, tape it back together. But
at
least
you don't have a bursted urethra.
Dude. And then what are you going to do after that? Because if you have that, you're not working, You're not working right there.
Oh, God. All right. I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah. I'd rather have a catheter in my butt than not work in the front, The
That's
front
funny.
needs to work. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny, dude. I can't believe it.
Listen.
I was so surprised everybody was against me, but now I realize why.
First of all,
You know what? To be fair, I had 3 beers on me.
just 3?
Yeah, just 3.
Oh.
I only drank 3.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, that's because you were getting in trouble. Listen, here's my thing though. Where the fuck did a 13-year-old come up with this fucking question? Where?
Nah. That's one of the old classics. I think I heard it when I was 13.
I've never heard that. That was the first time I heard that question.
That's an old classic.
But my thing is what the fuck are these 13-year-olds doing at school?
That's a great question.
Yeah, but that's
philosophical. That's philosophy. They're taking their own philosophy.
Yeah, but to me, that would have been a question that you asked during lunchtime, recess, or something. Because it would have been it's a conversation starter. It is a good conversation starter.
No. You know what? I remember being a little boy, and sometimes you just want to be stupid funny because you think girls are going to like that, and you just start acting up in front of the girl. And in that story, there was a girl involved. So I feel like that had something to do with it.
Probably.
Especially at that age. Yo, dude, all right. You know what? I had to close the pod off, I had an interesting thought on the way here.
You do those?
I do those. I think sometimes.
Oh,
bro.
I like it.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, I be thinking, bro. Sometimes.
Oh, I guess when you're baked, it makes you think a lot.
No, for real.
Think about the colors and shit.
No, absolutely.
Why is blue?
I was thinking, bro, right? At some point, this trio I'm about to name had probably the greatest potential in some generations in boxing to go on to do great things.
Yeah.
And this trio is looking probably the biggest letdown in boxing history, probably in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I feel like in the last 5 years, this trio had 5 years ago, this trio was talked about the most about the future of boxing, and now it's not looking like it's them anymore. And the trio I'm talking about is Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
At some point, they were all boxing purists were talking about because they just looked like they were headed in a trajectory where all of them had to fight each other and all of them were going to be at this high premium boxing level, and all of them had the same mentality of I want to be champion.
Yeah.
And it was complete letdown, man. And I feel like Tank, the road he went on is I'm just gonna pick my fighters, get as much money as I can, fucking make myself look as great as I can, dehydrate these guys and not fight the best in my division, and just I want to retire. Devin Haney is looking like I was never as great as these other guys.
Yeah.
But fights were picked for me in order to look great. And now it's getting revealed that it has been a facade. And he still works out. He still looks good. He still looks sharp, but I don't think he's as high quality. He's not I don't think he's not as great as people make him out to be.
Yeah.
It's looking like it. And Ryan Garcia is looking like he chose woman, popularity, fame over drugs, whatever, over boxing. And it looks like he's dealing with a lot of mental stuff that he doesn't know how to deal with. He deals with a lot in general, with a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
And everything. And he never fully fleshed out, like, to be like, everybody thought he was going to be like Oscar De La Hoya, because he just had like this great left hook, and he looked like Oscar De La Hoya was a good looking young man when he was younger. And then they compared him to Ryan Garcia. Huh?
You're gay.
Well, everybody used to call me Oscar, so I figured that's what they were trying to tell me.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. That's a lot there to cap to bring out. But here, I talked about this a few episodes ago when we were talking about Canelo and all that stuff. I think promoters, they latch on to fighters and throw a bunch of money into some fighters, and they try to milk and juice as much out of one fighter. And the problem with all three of them was that their rise to fame was so fast that they didn't have enough time to develop their craft and want it more and be more hungry.
Because the money was given to them right away.
Exactly. You know, so because the money was given to them right away, they're like, yo, I don't even need to work hard. I don't need to even do that much because the money's being thrown at me so fast. So guess what's happening? You know, and I mentioned this before, you're not bringing up new talent. You're not spending the money on the new talent. So you're not spending all this money to have competition to some of these guys. So these guys were fighting mediocrity. They were fighting people that were not supposed to be in the ring with them, but the money was there was so much money thrown at them because they were the face of boxing at that point. That it's the same. It was that's the problem that's been happening for years now, that the face of boxing is like 4 or 5 guys, and they just try to recycle the same 4 or 5 guys around and throw a bunch of money. And the fans, for the most part, we've been eating it up. We've gone around and we've fucking, Tank is fighting. We have to watch that fight. Devin Haney's fighting. We have to watch that fight. Ryan Garcia's fighting. We have to watch that fight. And they kept throwing it in the same, and then you add Canelo to that. And then you add also, although I'm going to say this, he just fought with Canelo. Was it Hesner? No. Who just beat
Terrence Crawford?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Terrence Crawford and Canelo, they're sort of in a league on their own. Canelo's obviously on the way down. Terrence is on the way up. But basically, they got 6 or 7 guys where they threw at us all the time. They threw a bunch of money at them. So if I was them, you're throwing the money at me anyways. Why the fuck am I going to go out of my way to perfect my craft if the money's still being thrown at me?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to do the bare minimum. I'm going to make it look good. And then that's it. And then I'm going to get my money and go. You know, Ryan Garcia, first of all, Ryan Garcia was a fucking what is it? An influencer.
Yeah, he was a social media superstar.
Before he became a real professional. He was a professional boxer, but he really wasn't fighting much at that point. Or he wasn't getting really big fights. It's funny because when I first started watching Ryan Garcia fight, the first fight I saw, my daughter goes, "Oh, I know him." I was like, "What? How do you know him?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, he's a social media influencer." I was like, "What? Shut up." And she looked him up, and he was. And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, so he doesn't, they don't need the money. And that's the problem. If you're not hungry, you're not going to fight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was a unexpected shift because I didn't think, I thought like, I didn't think it was going to be Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, and Rolly Romero, who I was going to be looking forward to.
Yeah.
I did not think those were the names that I was going to be saying.
And they're not even throwing money at them like they do.
Which is good because I feel like that's what's going to make them hungry.
Yeah. But eventually I think the cycle is just going to happen. Eventually they're going to throw a bunch of money at them and then they're going to fucking...
Yeah, but I think they're getting them at the right time. I think they threw too money too early
Yeah.
at those other guys that I feel like they're gonna get these guys at the right, because Teofimo Lopez is already at the right time.
Yeah.
He's like he
looks good.
He looks good. He looks ready. I think he's mentally prepared. I think he's like mentally a man already.
Yeah.
Like Tank, Devin, like Devin and Ryan were still being like managed by their families.
Yeah.
And Tank, you know, he's like under the wing of Floyd, but you know, Tank has like he comes from like a whole different life than these other guys. And
Tank adopted the Floyd Mayweather mentality.
yeah,
of
bunch of clauses
and get your money.
Yeah.
and get out.
Get out.
You know, so and you know that kind of mentality. I think ruined, you know, boxing.
And especially that in that generation.
Yeah, yeah, man. So listen, I'm a boxing purist. I've been saying this for a long time. We've been spending a lot of money on a certain excuse me, a certain group of boxers, and we're not spending the money to bring and cultivate new boxers. Into promoters decide that they're gonna do that they're gonna start spending the money to find great boxers and not just start throwing the money, because the problem is this: the second they find somebody that has a little potential, they think they're ready and they throw them up on a big fight and throw a bunch of money, and then you stunt their development. Develop these boxers like you used to do in the past, with a bunch of tune-up fights. Get them ready, get them prepared, and then put them in the spotlight.
Here's a free idea to anybody watching this. Here's a free idea.
Free. For now.
And for now, until like I corroborate a lawsuit because of this IP that I'm about to record.
Yeah.
This proof of concept. This proof of IP actually.
Yeah.
And so here's an idea. You create a show, right, in different regions of the world, boxing regions. You start off with the boxing regions of the world. So you go to
Mexico.
you go to Mexico, you go to LA,
Afghanistan,
Russia.
No, Afghanistan. But is a
You go to wherever there's more prominence in boxing,
Uzbekistan, I think it is.
right?
Yeah.
You go there and you build a tournament and you build a TV show, and then you get boxers now making money off these tournaments, which is going to create money for them. But then you're going to get people invested because you're going to create storylines. And then that's how you get people invested in boxing. And then you sell this idea to a Netflix, to an Amazon Prime, to a fucking Apple TV, or to a DAZN. Whoever it is, somebody's bound to buy it. And now you're creating a storyline, you're creating boxer names, and now you're creating a future. And if this is, you could call it like a show like Royal Gloves.
You know, I was waiting for you to finish, because I'm going to say that that's not a unique IP, because UFC did that.
Yeah, I know. That's where I got it from.
So it's not unique.
Yeah, but I called it different. I called it something different.
I'm like listening to this, and I'm like,
and you know what? All right, that's not like an advice. That's just a prediction of where I think it's going to go.
and it should.
Because this guy teamed up with Dana White, and I feel like Dana White is giving him these types of ideas.
Yeah. I feel like that it is a great idea to have these competitions where boxers are, not only are they fighting for a contract, but they're also getting advice from professional boxers. And that's it. And I think the trick there is that you have to get old school professional boxers. Like, you know who?
Like Mosley.
Cotto.
Mm-hmm, Cotto.
Like I feel like these boxers, I know De La Hoya is not going to do it, but De La Hoya might have been
might show up in a dress and
white powder in his nose.
Yeah, and a dress, white powder, and then the boxing.
Curly's downstairs, yo.
Yeah,
Curly!
What are you gonna build today, Bob the Builder?
She's about to cook for us. Yo.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean the jokes. I respect you.
Yeah. See, he respects you, yo. You know. One day we're gonna have Curly on the pod. I've been trying to get her, but you know, she and like some of the other guests, she has a big list of things that she wants from us before we have her on. She has all this list of demands. She wants.
It seems to be a common
thing in this family and the people and the guests that we are inviting.
Well, I was gonna say in women, but yeah.
Women. Wow.
Anyways.
Yo, listen. Before we end this show, Yankees won the wild card series. Tonight is Saturday. They're playing the Tampa Bay. Not Tampa Bay. I keep saying the same shit. Toronto Blue Jays. They're playing Toronto tonight. This is the ALDS, American League Division Series. We need to win this series so we can go to the ALCS and hopefully get to the World Series. So I'm wearing my jersey today, representing, baby. This is Derek Jeter jersey, So
shout out to Jeter. Shout out to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Good luck to the Yankees. Just being from Jersey. You don't got a team, so you either choose the Mets or the Yankees, and you never want to choose the Mets because the Yankees are more prestigious and they just look better.
They're winners.
You're winners.
They
bro.
know how to win.
They know how to fucking win. The Mets haven't won shit in a minute.
The people that root for the Mets is because they don't know how to win. They're not winners in life. Okay,
That's true. Let's go Yankees, baby.
If you want to be a winner, you root for the Yankees.
I think that's the only team me and Leo both like. I think we disagree in everything else because I don't watch football.
Yeah, because he's a pussy.
Go Dolphins.
Yeah, go Dolphins.
Hey, wasn't anyways, Tua broke his leg. Inter Miami. Something's going on in Miami, bro.
Tua didn't break his leg.
I thought he broke his leg.
It was Tyreek Hill.
Oh, I mean, Tyreek Hill. My bad. Tua's fucking up. My bad. The T's fucked me. Tyreek Hill broke his leg. Inter Miami's. We're gonna make it to the playoffs, but we're not gonna win the fucking Supporters Shield, unfortunately. Unless Philly's got to lose these next two games for us to win the Supporters Shield, and we got to win these next two games.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot to happen. I don't think that's gonna happen.
You lost last time. I
yeah, it was 3-5. It was 3-5.
Yeah,
we lost. Yeah, we lost against a good Chicago Fire. They look good. They look sharp. So, and we look tired. We looked old.
That's because you guys are fucking old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We looked old. We look old as fuck. This is the first time that Inter Miami, I think,
shows their age.
Yeah, they showed their age. I think this is the first time in quite a while.
Yeah. Well, listen. I think the best thing that can happen if you are a Messi and Argentina fan is for them not to make it further. I think Messi needs to rest. I think he needs to not play anymore. Although by the time, I don't know, is MLS going to have a season next year because of the World Cup?
I think so. I think they might just
shorten it
or make it earlier.
Oh, do you think Messi's going to play?
I don't know. These are all great questions. These are all great questions. What I was going to say is quite the contrary thing you could say for Messi. You'd want him to keep playing if you're Argentina so he could stay sharp and win something so he could come in confidently in the World Cup.
Yeah, but
he still would have time to.
But I think, he's old in soccer age. I mean, he's not old in real life.
Yeah.
But for soccer age and the fact that didn't he start playing professionally at 14?
No, at 16.
16?
22 years of professional soccer player.
That's a lot. So
he's like the Canelo of soccer.
Yeah, I think he's done. So listen.
Stop saying that because you made that shit come to life. Stop saying that shit. I'm not gonna tolerate that shit no more.
It's the truth.
Nah, stop. He's still got a year or two left. At least one more World Cup.
I think. Yeah, no. He is gonna play in the World Cup. No, nothing. I'm not gonna question that. What I feel is he's to the age that he needs as much time as possible for rest to give his body the time that he needs to play, especially because every game in the World Cup is a high stress game. Whether you're in not division, in group play, or you're out of group play, it's all high intensity, high stress,
high emotion. Yeah.
So you need all that rest. You need your body to be completely rested. Give it a bunch of months of not having that stress and
just staying in shape, a bunch of therapy. All right, this has been Bridging the Gap.
All right, we're starting a fire here, so
yeah, we need it's an emergency. All right, this has been Bridging the Gap. Peace, love you guys.
Later.